Hey Carl, I'm going to teach you how to be rich using what I learned from the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Everything we own either helps us become richer or makes us poorer. Something that makes us richer is called an asset, whereas something that makes us poorer is a liability. The formula to getting rich is to have as many assets and as little liabilities as possible. I know it sounds simple, but the most important concepts are often simple, so don't take it lightly. Once you learn how to make $1, becoming a billionaire just means doing the exact same thing a billion times. You're probably thinking, if I make $10 an hour, that means I'll have to work 100 million hours to be a billionaire. When you get paid for the amount of time you work, that's called active income. So if you're referring to active income, you're probably right. You'll die before you even come close to a billion, unless you're at the top 1% of your field, like Hollywood celebrities or pro athletes. Even then, having $1 billion is pretty rare. There is another type of income called passive income that makes money for you even while you sleep. Before I get into what passive income is, let's go back to assets and liabilities. So, let's say a house. Is that an asset or a liability? Well, it depends. If you live in that house and you're losing money every month from the bills and mortgage payments, then it is a liability. If, on the other hand, you rent it out and you receive more money than what you have to pay to keep the house, then it would be an asset. One of my buddies pays $1,000 a month for his condo unit, which includes utilities and everything, so $1,000 in total. But he rents out half of his place for $1,200. Don't ask me how he does it. So not only does he live there for free, he actually makes $200 every month. That makes his condo unit an asset. The $200 he makes is passive income because he doesn't have to actively spend his time in order to make that money. Once you can make passive income, all you have to do is repeat what you're doing. Since passive income isn't proportional to your time, you can make as much money as you want per hour. Imagine if my buddy rents 9 more condo units. If he makes $200 each month from each of those, he'll make $2,000 a month. At that point, his business model would probably be a bit more complicated since he'll probably have to hire a few people to do jobs like cleaning, finding people to rent to, and taking monthly payments. So let's say it costs him $1,000 a month to hire people to do those things. He'll still be making $1,000 a month from doing nothing. If you eventually expand to over 1,000 houses, you'll probably hire more people. Perhaps you'll hire a cleaning manager for every 10 cleaners, and then a senior manager for every 10 managers. That's how businesses essentially operate. You have the CEO at the top with multiple level managers all the way down to each individual worker. Learning how to keep your money is just as important, if not more, than learning how to make money. I go more in depth on keeping your liabilities low in my article. I wanted to keep this video short so you won't be bored to death. So if you're interested, click on the thing at the top. There's also a great book called What I Learned Losing $1 Million, which teaches you how to keep your money. It's harder than you think, trust me. And finally, the best way to learn how to make lots of money is by learning from people who have lots of money. And there's no one better than Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, the richest man ever in America. He wrote a book about his life before Walmart and the challenges he faced in his businesses. You can check it out here, but I recommend reading his book yourself. It's not the typical boring autobiography. It's actually one of the most interesting and valuable books I've ever read. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see new videos like this one every Sunday.